The Eels have a very good record here at Pertex Stadium against the Cowboys, but Thurston is in just irresistible form at the moment. And Lachlan Coote and Michael Morgan also providing plenty of attack. They've been tough to beat so far this season. As completions go, and talk about completions and the Cowboys, when they complete 75% or better. The record over the past 2 seasons is 20 wins from 24 games.
Well, I guess that's what makes last week's win against the Seagulls so impressive, because they were well down. They barely got through a set in that second half, but was still able to snatch the game.
Here's Norman. They link up in the middle there. Sando and Norman and Takarangi a long way downfield. Norman goes past Thurston. Nobody in front of him. He's going to win the race. And the Eels are in front early in this one. A tremendous spread from inside their own territory. It's similar to what they did last week against the Penrith Panthers. Big Semi, a handful as well. He's as big as a front row, certainly as big as James Tamo, and now Hopewadi. He goes through them as well. There are holes everywhere at the moment in this Cowboys defensive line. The Eels just outside the 10. Tackles up their sleeve. Sando at the line. Norman gives it to Semi. Over the top, Takarangi. Brad Takarangi is in for Parramatta. It's a blue and gold avalanche.
Brad Takarangi finds himself out on the wing.
Looking off the right foot. Good tackle again. Nathan Peets having some sort of game as Tamo gives it to Thurston. First man play. It's the one they wanted, the matchup they wanted. Good tackle though by Sando on Cooper. Thurston goes from dummy half. Loses
Chris Sando, not square.
Chris Sando has been penalised for not being square at marker.
Yeah, you got one in your goal here, Budge.
In line with me, John. Anywhere in line with me.
We'll find out how good the Eels' goal line defence is.
Wait for a touch.
It hasn't been tested really tonight.
See if the Cowboys can work that matchup again. Cooper on Sando. Granville going away to Morgan. His speed will worry them. He's through. And the Cowboys have finally cracked them. Getting through the tackle there of David Gower. His speed and his footwork has caused some havoc in defensive lines already this year. Plenty of work to do there to stop the youngster. Sando at dummy half. Giving it to Gower, running at Sam Hoare, going over the top of him as well. Hannett came in to complete the tackle, which hadn't been stopped. Sando, Norman, first man play. Manu Ma'u! Too strong from close range. A great angle and strength to get the ball down. Sam Hoare playing it for the Cowboys at their 30. Thompson is out there at dummy. Thurston showing it both ways. Sando not falling for a dummy though, and he's forced a mistake. There's a victory, and he gets swamped by his teammates.
For good reason too. What a great shot that was. Jonathan Thurston dummied on the inside, then looked to the outside, but threw the dummy himself, and Chris Sando, all 80 kilos of him, just throws his body into his opposite number.
100 seconds remaining in this first half, and here is Paulo. They're working inside the Cowboys 20. Trial number 4 in this game in this opening half. Norman out the back. Robinson, run! The big Semi. It looks like we've got ourselves a Parramatta convoy. There is Hannett at the back with Thurston. The Cowboys try and do what the Eels did in the first half. Down the long left-hand side goes Lachlan Coote. Stays in the field of play with some help, perhaps from Antonio Wittgenstein, who's his footman suddenly. And the last play for Thurston will just chip it. This will be a contest at least. Robinson doesn't get to it. It came off a leg. Radradra picks it up, and he flips it for Takarangi. Now there's trouble. He runs past Ethan Lowe. Too much speed. Morgan is chasing. Back on the inside. The ball goes to ground. Robinson tips it up. Here is Semi. Toot toot. Goodbye. Radradra is in again. What a try by the Eels. Globetrotters. It is razzle-dazzle. They are dancing here in the grandstand.
Oh, what a game he's having, Semi Radradra. Enormous in the first half. Scored a try, set another one up. And that is special from the blue and golds. If the Cowboys were hoping to get themselves back in this game, that's the worst possible thing to happen. The Eels extend their lead.
Working inside the 40. Still time for the Cowboys to give them a scare if they're good enough. But where the chance is going to come from. Holes for the most part of this Parramatta line tonight. Asiata at the back for Morgan. A real miscommunication there. He doesn't know where to go because he had Coot on one side, Cooper on the other. In the end, he straightens and the referees are happy for it to be play on. Just outside the 10. Last tackle. Thurston looking for a repeat set as worst or back in the end goal.
You go 30.
Hopewadi was able to leave the ground from the right side of the goal line. Bring it back for a 0 tackle at their 20. Give it to Radradra, who loses the ball. Perhaps a chance here for the Cowboys to get something going. Coop draws 2, gives it to Matthew Wright, goes towards the corner, and he'll get there as well.
Clarkie.
Hopewadi gives it to Big Semi, and we're just going to make sure that it wasn't reefed out by one of the Cowboys. I can't get him for that unless this one, no, doesn't get his hands on the ball. No problem. And then Coot will drift across the field and pick up Matthew Wright.
Semi had been very good, but a mistake here will cost his team at least 4 points. As we said, plenty of time in this game for the Cowboys. If they could string a couple together, the Eels a little scare and make the fans here at Pertex Stadium a bit nervous. Thurston hooking it back. Boy, it's a thing of beauty. Cleaned up there by Reece Robinson. Found himself up in the front line. They're at close range now. Asiata, Thurston, Morgan, cut-out ball, right again. Blue and gold jumpers steaming across the field. They all got there in plenty of time. Radradra made the tackle. Morgan goes back to Thurston. There is Asiata standing in front of the uprights. He'll go to ground, and they have one more. Granville defeated for Thurston. He'll grab it through. Chasing is Cooper. Gavin Cooper is in, and here come the Cowboys.
And now we've got a ball game. Gavin Cooper pounces on the grubber kick from Jonathan Thurston.
Cowboys came from behind to get their streak going back in round 4 against the Melbourne Storm. We saw what they did last week against the Sea Eagles. They were down to the Warriors. They were down to the Knights as well. And now Morgan is straight through. He comes to the last line. Good stop by Reece Robinson. Things happening for North Queensland. Long ball from Taumalolo. Juggled by Thurston. Gets away from Norman. Cooper is there again. And if he's onside, he's gone back to back. And the Cowboys are swamping them. Thurston, what an incredible grubber. The process of being tackled. Cooper did well to stay onside. 2 tries for him in the space of 4 minutes. Their own end again, Gavin Cooper. That was the 5th career double for the big back row as the ball comes towards him again. Thurston goes to Coot. He's Linnett. A fend on Ryan Morgan. They're back well inside Parramatta territory again. Thurston on play 5. Asiata from sideline to sideline. It's slick and flicking now for the Cowboys. They're just outside the 20. Massive meters again right here. Thurston will do it over again. This time in the air. Hopewadi standing underneath it. Can't catch it. Cooper can. 6 more tackles for North Queensland. Cooper got there. And I think he might have scored.
That is unbelievable, isn't it? That is unbelievable. They get themselves up this end of the field. Thurston kicks it from 25 out. The Cowboys all onside. It bounces into the hands of Cooper, who's still 10 metres out with a long way to go. Hopewadi's on his back. Robinson in front of him. Looks okay for the Cowboys. It's not looking good for the Eels as Cooper just keeps marching his way towards the try lines.
And the Cowboys are in again. Gavin Cooper has scored a hat-trick in just on 6 minutes. Thurston hooking it back. Yes, believe what you are seeing. It is all locked up here at Parramatta. This is something else tonight. Tries in the 57th, the 60th, the 64th, and the 67th. 4 tries in total in 10 minutes for the Cowboys. It's 30 all a moment ago. It was 30 points to 6. Granville goes to Tamo. This might finish up at 50 all by the time we get to the end of regulation. Cooper, what a ball. Coop grubbers. Linnett waits for the bounce. He gets one straight from room service. And the Cowboys are in front. Have you ever seen anything like it?
I haven't. I have not seen anything like this. It is unbelievable. 4 tackles after the last try. They run another one in, through a kick again. They've made plenty of metres down that left-hand side in this second half. From side to side they have been going, and they are just opening the Eels up. Gavin Cooper again involved, pops a great ball to Lachlan Coote. Thurston's kick a couple of tries ago was miraculous. Now, Coots was pretty clever as well.
Thurston. Make it a 6-point lead. Just ridiculous. Here it is on its way. They can do no wrong. He is screaming. Why wouldn't he be? Now Asiata in the face of Danny Wicks. Biggest ever comeback in NRL history is 26 points. It was the Cowboys who did that. Coincidentally against the Panthers back in 1998. Here they are, coming back from 24 tonight. Poorly playing it. Eventually lumbering over the ball. Junior Paulo is back on deck. Paulie gets a chance again. Goes towards Granville. They've used up 4 plays. And they're just outside the 30. Paulo. Wicks goes to Sando. Passes Moeroa, who went to ground again. Norman gives it to Hopewadi. He's stopped there by Thurston, whose defence on this left edge in the second half has been outstanding. Sando chipping for himself. He went to ground. Lowe comes up with it. No whistle from the referees. Sando, the Eels down by 6 after they led by 24. Pete's a dummy half. Last tackle, Norman puts it up. Takarangi chasing through. A height advantage there on Coote, who didn't get to it. It came off Takarangi. Cleaned up by Thurston. They've got one more. Sando it is. Chasing out hard. They came towards him. He got it away. Wicks over the top. Picked up here by Radradra. Knocked backwards. Picked up. But he's tackled all the same by Matthew Wright. And the Cowboys have got just on 4 minutes to hang on. Where there was space on the edges to begin the game, there is none here at the end. Last play, all or nothing right now. Sando comes wide. Takarangi keeps it going. Radradra goes to O'Neill. Flings it back inside. Picked up there by Robinson. It comes back to Sando after one bounce. They run away from Hannant. The siren sounds. They won't die wondering. Here's Norman coming back towards the middle. From left to right. Back again. Here's Ma'u showing it. Keeping it alive. The ball goes to ground. Alvaro, only touch of the game, was backwards. Here is Pete going to Matthew Wright. They'll end up back somewhere around Wentworthville Station if they keep going. Here's Paulo getting away from Morgan. He's taken to ground, and the Cowboys wrap it up 36 points to 30. The